The cast and the crew of the Twisted 10 want to wish you and your families a happy holiday season and a very prosperous new year going into 2022. We have a lot of stuff on the horizon for the show for 2022 and hope that you enjoy this ride that we're taking you down. Today's show is an after-show release. We decided to take a little bit of time off at the holiday season, spend some time with our families. So today's show is actually a very recent episode of the after show. It features Ron's coining of the phrase "I am Scotch," as well as one of the most interesting and personal Q&As you're ever going to hear. Josh brings us the uncomfortable truths for this release. We hope that you enjoy it, and going out of this, I'm going to have Abby, my daughter, wish you a very happy new year.
I'm Abby. Happy New Year.
Say, yay, 2022.
Yay, 2022.
Very good. Annie, can you say Happy New Year?
Happy New Year. You're listening to a Twisted 10.
Welcome to the Twisted 10 After Show. Coming off the top 10 things Josh didn't really know about because it was older than him episode hosted by Ron. A good list though, dude. That was.
If I were to try to create a list.
If you were to tall tray comedy?
Fuck, I'm drunk.
I am Scotch.
Right. I am drunk. If I were to try to create a list that Josh had fairly deep knowledge of, but we didn't, I don't think my boomer ass could do it. Like, seriously.
You'd have to go deep into his culture and his particular interests.
But he likes music I've never heard. He's a big D&D guy. He's super smart about politics and things like that. But we don't have those discussions, and we don't do lists about that stuff. And fucking who wants to hear that bullshit anyway? I don't. Man, I would really struggle, Josh, to I wonder, Josh, are you bored by a lot of my lists? I'm asking seriously. I do so many lists about subjects you're so unaware of, and I guess you enjoy just being informed about some stuff, but seriously, I've been informing you about boomer shit now for a year and a half. Are you like over that shit? Do I need to update my shit?
So here's how I'll respond to that. The problem that I think I run into with your lists, Ron, I enjoy them. You have yet to do a list that bores me, honestly. Even when you've done lists that I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, but I enjoy them because it's new information to me. But the thing is that
the deal is
you talk about how like I'm into music that you don't listen to. But like if you asked me, like, we're listening to this post rock band, we're listening to Strawberry Girls, you get in the car, and I was like, I'm listening to this band lately.
It's good music too. I enjoy it. And I don't know where you even find it, but it's good music.
Spotify helps me find music, but you were like, oh yeah, I recognize the album, and I was like, oh, what album is this? And I had to like read my radio because I listened to that entire CD today, all of it, start to finish. I listened to it less than 5 hours before you had asked me. Or before you commented on the album name. Those details don't.
I remembered the album name but what happened to me? I'm so much my dad sometimes. I'm going to be the guy bringing recycle outside 5 times in a row.
To your son.
In 30 years. I'm going to be. Right, because the name of the album was American Graffiti. So then I go super boomer. I remember the movie American Graffiti from the 60s. It was Harrison Ford's first film. And Ron Howard was
like this character.
I go on over and over. I just go on and on about it. And I'm like, fuck, I think everything I say probably bores Josh to fucking death.
One of our council members summarized this perfectly. Isn't it about learning new shit? Isn't that the whole point of this show? And half is just us sitting around drinking scotch with the boys. But yes, it's about learning new things about a topic, a random fucking ass topic every single week. Carnage has a very, very well stated a statement in there. So yes,
like tonight's show, I thought, man, even 20, 25-year-olds are going to know all this shit, and I didn't realize they don't know about Lorena Bobbitt.
Nah, they don't know about that at all.
They don't know
so
about
far outside of their topical, list.
Amy Fisher.
council members and council elders, we didn't say it. Thank you for your support for the show.
Thank you so much for being here, guys.
Thanks for joining us as well on another episode.
You guys are awesome. You literally keep the lights on, like literally.
We are tonight, I think, and it might be for next week, but I think tonight we're going to upload the last several videos from each one of our after show episodes to our Patreon.
For those of you who haven't been watching live.
That is unfortunately incorrect. We have a limit to how much we can upload, so we are like one episode a week.
Oh, wait, but didn't we have a fix to use some other type of service?
Maybe we can just upload it to YouTube and then give them the links.
I remember a conversation about that. We were going to be putting it on something else.
Well, I see what Josh is talking about.
It's going on Vimeo. Vimeo is the underlying hosting service. And the reason we're using Vimeo is because it gives us the hosting platform for the video, but it also it's seamless to Patreon. So I know it doesn't matter to you guys listening and watching, but that's it's important that we have the ability to control the after show content only going to council members, and that's what true. Vimeo gives us.
That's very true. I was gonna say we could put a YouTube video of each one of those up there with a hidden link or hidden content. You just have to have a link to see it, but then there's a potential of it getting out there other-wise.
Yeah.
I want to say one major show decisions have to happen off air because the last one we did on air cost us $200. So
yeah, roger that. I want to say one thing before we move on to your what was it? The subject matter you had mentioned? Uncomfortable truths. We do this after show every single night. It's not as long as the regular show.
No,
but we definitely put work and effort in and enjoy it. And I will say this: I understand that we have a limited amount of council members and elders. And I personally, when I do it, wouldn't give a fuck if it was one. I don't care.
It's a fun show. Yeah.
I enjoy doing this show. And if it's one person or 400 people, dude, I enjoy doing this show.
Wait. So is 400 your limit?
No, I'm just saying.
Let's go a little bigger.
Thanks, Adam, for fucking up a beautiful moment.
Was it beautiful?
I thought it was. I was getting chub. Go ahead, Josh.
Leave it to Adam to fuck up a beautiful moment.
Yeah, that's right.
We got a question that I think would be worth answering. Carnage asked us, what costs $200?
These nuts!
I am Scotch. So is Adam.
I'm very Scotch.
It was shipping out all of the Manscaped prizes. Yeah, it was... Why
were you guys using UPS? I didn't want to be a dick about it because I was not involved in the shipping situation. Why were you even thinking UPS was a good idea?
I don't know. They're the same price as FedEx.
Because we
but not the
we
post
had
office.
An internal hard vote against the post office.
USPS.
When was I involved in this vote?
It was in the host chat. It wasn't a vote.
So
Adam,
it was
Adam
2-0 with one abstention?
Well, because at the time, I was in charge of the logistics, which was a mistake. We all admit that's okay.
No, it's not about that.
But,
Nobody said that.
But I said, fuck the post office because their tracking sucks. They misship all sorts of stuff all of the time. They can deliver letters, but god damn, they can't deliver a package to save their fucking life.
Flag on the play, you were mad about mail-in ballots. Shut the fuck up. You know that's what it was.
To do with mail-in. It has nothing.
I'm so joking, dude.
It has to do with, and I told the story on the show. It has to do with my last year Christmas shopping through Amazon. Everything I ordered through Amazon, or most of it, came from fucking USPS.
Yeah, because a lot of times UPS will bring shit to USPS, and then they'll be the final deliverer of it, and that's when it all goes to shit. Agreed.
I think it's so fascinating because to the other side of that, from my experience, I've literally never had a single problem with the post office. I've never had a package lost or delayed. Their tracking sucks, I agree. Their new tracking system is far better, but I've shipped things literally across the world, and it's just, they have a bad reputation for a reason. I know I am the outlier here. It's so crazy to me because it's just
Carnage, that's very nice of you to throw in there. We appreciate that comment. However, we're not... You guys, as
we're not going to take your money as donation for shipping.
Your patronage to our show is,
but appreciate it. And hey, you guys in here do enough for the show. Thank you so much.
I'll tell you what you can do if you want to help us is tell a friend, get a friend to come in here. Say, hey, Carnage sent me.
Tell a friend just to listen to the show, even if they don't become a council member.
Yeah, 100%.
Say, hey, check out the show. Throw them the link. And you guys, anybody in here who hasn't done,
you take my money.
And you guys, anyone in here who hasn't gone into whatever their app is and rate. Subscribe. I know you subscribe. Rate and review.
3.5 stars. Wouldn't change a thing.
Are we at 3.5 stars?
That's an inside joke for another podcast.
Okay.
That's a Time Suck inside joke if you've ever listened to that.
Fuck Time Suck, we're better. No, I'm just kidding.
We are.
Yeah. But
those guys have so much money.
rate and review. That'd be awesome as well. That'd be super helpful. We appreciate it. When's the last time we even looked at any reviews of the show? We won't get into that now. Josh has stuff to talk about.
I definitely want to hit Josh's topic.
I'm not trying to swag on our
Yeah,
council.
Josh, let's
That's
get
not what
into
we
your
do here.
uncomfortable truth topic. You have my curiosity piqued.
It's fucking carnage.
Fuck you, take my money.
Dude,
she has no problem taking it.
This is almost like a segment within the after show, which you're about to do. And
Today is going to be the after show. When I start, this is going to take the rest of our time.
All right.
Okay, let's do it.
That's fine. Unless, is there anything else we really
We'll
need to talk
call
about
my
there?
friend Keith and talk about Ron and his wife's and Keith's wife's titties some other day.
All right.
I showed you my dick last week. Can I see yours this week?
Live?
Why not?
We can't do that on. Oh, we're not
we
on
got
Twitch.
music? Oh, shit. Look at that.
Is that Sonic music from the game Sonic?
For tonight's after show, we are going to do a little game called Uncomfortable Truths. I went out and I found a collection of uncomfortable questions to ask your friends. Now, the agreement here is that we have to answer, unless it is a hard line you are not comfortable answering.
Because it's the after show, I will answer any question.
I left out anything that was going to be like, who's fuck, marry, kill in the room, stuff like that. But there's some...
Oh, man.
There's
Kill me now.
There's some...
Have
so
you
we're gonna have some
murdered
fun.
anyone? No. Oh,
All right. So we're going to kick it off. Our first uncomfortable question is the classic trolley problem. All right?
Yes, I do.
So the question is, would you save one person that you know? Are you guys familiar with the trolley problem?
No.
Okay, the trolley. Yep. So the trolley problem. So imagine train tracks, and there's like one track that runs, and then one kind of diverges, and there's a switch, right?
Okay.
And there's a runaway train on the track.
Runaway train never coming back.
Oh, yeah. You set
Soul
us up for
Asylum.
that.
Soul Asylum. Okay.
90s
Yes.
radio rock.
90s.
Man.
Go ahead, Josh. Drunk people in charge.
So
I am Scotch.
on one side of the track, you have one person that you know, and on the other side of the track, you have 100 people that you don't know. Which side would you send the train car down?
You want it first or you want me to take it? I guess all three of us are answering this.
We
why
all
don't we
will.
start this with you saying your perspective on each question? You want to do that, or do you want to
Like
hear our
my,
answers
I mean,
first?
you mean like my answer?
Yeah, your answer
Okay.
on each question.
In my case, I would like to think that I would choose the 100 strangers. I'd like to think that.
But
There's not really a but.
no but. Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
just
all
to,
right.
like on the, who knows what would happen on the spot. But going into it,
fucking our elders, could we kill both sides of the train?
So the question is, I'm trying to understand.
Would you save 100 people or one person you know? 100 strangers or one person you know?
I say the person I know.
I would too. And I hate to say that as selfish as that sounds.
I know it's
but
supposed
it
to be
would
the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, but the one. But for me, it's the person I know. I'm going to say.
there's no wrong answer here.
Yeah. I think
You guys are
I
just
would,
assholes.
I would do you're right. But
Nice.
we
That's the
admit
truth.
that.
That's the actual truthful answer.
I think Ron has proven he's an asshole over the last couple of episodes. I think.
Just eat.
Maybe.
I can't look at you seriously.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe get some sleep, Adam. Stop playing video games.
Flag on the play. Wait a minute.
Really? That's a flag on the play now?
No,
Wow.
it's
sensitive
not.
Adam.
I can't sleep. I can't. I
Okay.
lay in bed for hours. I cannot sleep.
We got that. What you got next, Adam? Adam. Fuck, Josh. I'm
All right. Our next question. Would you rather live with no internet or no air conditioning? And the question is air conditioning or heating, but it's Florida. So no internet or no AC? Because we live in Florida. It's hot as
What
balls.
how about you,
Holy
Josh?
fuck, that is a tough decision.
No, not at all for me.
So for
Yeah,
me,
I know
I
your
would
answer.
rather live with air conditioning.
So you could live without the internet and have air conditioning.
Yeah.
Adam?
I am exactly the same way. Fuck the internet. I would so much rather go back to like the early 90s, late 80s, and have air conditioning and not have the vices that we have now. I think that it was a better time, man. It was less whatever. You got my answer. What do you think, Ron?
Instinctually, for a second, I thought, oh man, I gotta have this internet. But I know me, and I know how uncomfortably hot I would get so quickly, and I'd be like, fuck, why did I decide this? So thinking about getting a second to think about it, I say, give me the AC and buy internet. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. That commitment would change everything about our lives.
No porn
for each of us. I mean, my whole profession at this point, my job is cruxed around having internet access.
So if I don't have internet, will porn stores naturally reappear so I can go buy a VHS tape?
Blockbuster would be gangbusters again, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
They'll have that section in the back with the beaded curtains that only adults
always had the beaded
can
curtains.
go in. Yes, they did.
That's where I used to go and get, man, there was a few places when I was a kid that they didn't give a fuck if you were a kid and walked in there. They let you walk in there. Just didn't matter. The VCR Video Center of Rockledge. That was mine.
Wow. Mine was, what was the name of it? It actually might have been called Netflix. I'm dead serious.
Netflix.
Not the same logo and brand, but it might have
Why would it be called Netflix? It's not. Net is for the internet.
Hotflix, maybe? No, that's a real place.
Hotflix is an actual place I have been to even real recently.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, bro. Me and my wife hitting Hotflix. That's a place for those of you who don't know. Hotflix is like the local
Emporium or something?
Adult toy store, if
Good
you will.
for you.
Yeah, me and my wife go there at least once a month.
I want those stories. Just tell me. I need to live vicariously through you now. Come on.
Did you guys hear Adam isn't getting laid?
I don't think anyone had any knowledge of that, Josh.
A little bit.
I mean, we buy toys. You know, I mean, what story do you
need? I need a fleshlight.
I think it was
How much are fleshlights there?
I don't know. I don't need a fleshlight.
$45? You knew that pretty quick.
Wow, Josh.
They're not expensive.
You know,
That's not expensive.
Uncomfortable truth. Do you use a fleshlight?
AdamandEve.com, brother. I don't even have to leave the fucking house. It shows up for less
money.
money.
But no internet, so you're going to have to
that's
leave
true.
the
I
house.
would leave the house,
going there with your partner and examining everything that's around and all that, there's something about that experience
certainly
that you can't replicate from AdamandEve.com.
Whatever makes you feel better about having to go to the store. That's fine.
One of our council members asked, is Adam going to tell us when he actually gets laid? It's not as bad as we make it out to sound.
No.
It's almost as bad as we
See, here's the thing. Adam wants to fuck on the daily.
I do. My sex drive is so high, and it always has been high. Like, unbelievably high. And it's bad for my spouses and significant others that I've had throughout my life because it is so high that nobody has ever been able to keep up with me. That's why I was a man whore in my early 20s. Okay, let's move on to not Adam's sex life.
Let's move on to the next question.
I am Scotch.
All right. We're going to bring it down a little bit. Do you still take bubble baths? And I will answer first. I love a good bubble bath. Sign me up.
But do you take them? Do you do them still?
I don't.
Well,
how often them doesn't mean you do them. Do you actually do them?
Does it qualify? So if I got into a bubble bath once a year, does that qualify as I still take bubble baths? I'll do it for damn, my fucking back is killing me. I need to just sit in some hot water, do a little bubble bath. Probably on average once a year. We actually have a nice garden tub. It's not a jet tub, but we have a nice garden tub. Which when we recently remodeled our bathroom, we did a super remodel. It was the only thing we kept. We just repainted it white so it matched the colors, or had it repainted. But yes, I do about once a year.
My answer is that I love a good bubble bath for me to fucking detox and relax and just chill. I haven't taken one in probably 5 or 6 years. So I give them all the time.
Are you tempted?
My babies love them.
Josh, are you tempted when you take a bubble bath to I don't know. There's something about being in a bubble bath makes me want to just beat off. I don't know what it is. I don't because of the soap. It makes me want to.
You don't want those soap things in your.
God damn! I really am Scotch right now. What the fuck am I saying? Jesus Christ! You're right. Claytor mentioned truth serum for Ron right now. Fuck yes, dude. Truth serum right now.
So since it's out there, no, I don't connect bubble baths to beating off. Bubble baths to me are just super relaxing. I almost took a bubble bath today. But I went and
you don't find beating off super relaxing?
I do.
I do.
But I don't connect bubble baths to
Josh doesn't associate
eroticism. I'm saying they're just I don't get in the bubble bath and I must whack
He
it.
doesn't associate eroticism with bathing.
Someone asked me what's in the big can. I drink a lot of Bang. Actually I drink Bang maybe a few times a week.
That's not a sponsor spot I've ever seen.
I know. Our new sponsor, Bang. Okay, so anyway, Yeah, so I'm drinking some Bang for those who asked. A-S-T. I actually said asked. Go ahead, Josh.
All right. Yeah, so I was...
So to answer your question, yes, I beat off in the bathtub.
Are you giving us the softball questions up front?
Yeah, like
these
where
are uncomfortable.
I'm looking for uncomfortable truths.
Are we just
still waiting for that?
Obnoxiously open? Is that...
We're getting there.
Okay, all right.
We're getting there.
He's building this. He's warming it up.
I'm not going to open up with, would you put a dick in your mouth? Like... I'll get there, okay? We'll get there.
How much money do you have?
I have some answers to that if you want to ask that later. Might surprise you.
All right, I'm going to open it up. I know a couple of you guys sent me some questions earlier. They are deep buried in the lobby because it was very active tonight. So if you have questions for us, now is the chance.
Oh, I like this. Complete interactivity inside the after show with the council members and council elders.
We got a live stream. The video's going to go up.
Does that mean you swim with your swimmers? I don't understand that question.
Do you beat off into the bathtub?
No. You can't. That's like fucking gross. He sticks to you. That's disgusting.
Yeah, so that's fluff.
Oh, that was too far?
No, it's not too far. I'm just saying it's not
because
too
when
far.
I'll tell you why Ron's answer is no to that is because when it does get in the water, when you're drying off, when you're all done, that shit becomes like paste on your legs.
It does become your paste, like sticks to your leg hair. It's painful. I learned that when I was like 15 years old. Never doing that again.
All right.
Took the kids to the pool.
From T,
stickiest things.
When was the last time we were uncomfortably close to pooping ourselves?
About 30 minutes ago.
Are you serious?
No.
The only time I've ever actually shit myself, I had food poisoning as a child. There was as like a young child. I was like 14 or something, 13.
Shit yourself as an adult?
No, never.
Yeah, me either.
I was like 13, 14. Normal. There was an ice cream truck who handed out a bunch of ice cream, and apparently that ice cream was bad, and it made a bunch of kids sick. I actually went to the hospital, but my dad was on the way to the hospital. I woke up one morning, I was puking blood. Then all of a sudden, I could not stop shitting myself. And then sadly, at the same time when my dad was at the doctor's office, he took me to the doctor. My dad had a heart attack in the doctor's office, a real heart attack. We were both in the hospital. I was in the hospital for food poisoning. He was in the hospital for a heart attack at the same time.
Holy
Good
shit.
Fucking times. I forgot about that story. Holy shit. Yeah. So that's the last time I shit myself. I was like 13 years old. Since then, man, I don't even remember any close calls to shitting myself. I really don't.
Okay, I've got a good one for this. I actually, I shared this one with you in the car, Ron, last
You shit yourself in the car with me?
No, I shared this story with you in the car. Sorry. So we postponed last week because I wasn't feeling well. I was having some stomach issues. It was coming out of both ends.
Yeah, you
right?
said the whole family was having stomach issues.
It was actually a rough few days.
It was rocket yoo-hoo.
Yeah. I mean, really, it was something. But I was, it was one of the nights last week while I was at the peak of it, at the worst of it. And I was sleeping, and I remember I started coming to, and I was having one of those, like, exciting, fun, sexy dreams, and I woke up kind of excited. I started to come to, and I was like, "Oh man, maybe I'll wake up."
Dude, I've never had a wet dream where I shit myself.
I'll wake up. Maybe I'll wake up my wife. All right, cool. Oh nice. Shit! And I ran to the bathroom and I shit my brains out for like a good 3 or 4 minutes. So I didn't almost shit myself. I almost shit all over my bed. So that was last week. That's the closest I've ever come to shitting on myself. Like, the most recent and the closest.
Okay.
Maybe it's just me.
Adam?
You guys have really, really good constitutions.
We have strong sphincters.
If you can control it through all scienarios, sickness and health,
till death do us part,
I'm proud of you. That's good. Your prostate's in good working condition. Your sphincter muscles are working great. I have multiple stories of either almost or actually shitting or sharting myself. I've got lots of those. I don't know if that's because of my biology and my history or whatever, or if that's just because I sometimes think I trust a fart a little too much. I don't know which one it is.
You had a shart, is what you're saying.
I have had lots of sharts. Lots. I've had them
you
at
had a
work.
shart attack.
I have. I've had them at work, which is sometimes like just throw the underwear in the garbage can kind of situations.
Are you serious?
100%.
I've never had. Thank goodness, I've never had that.
When we
issue.
were working at NASA,
Lucky.
so we were at the fucking Launch Control Center out at the next to the Vehicle Assembly Building at Kennedy Space Center.
4.
It wasn't that.
3.
We were sitting. Well, we were working in this incredibly professional, environment. Super fucking NASA. Fucking NASA. And I trusted a fart a little bit too much and straight up lumped up my shorts. It just happened. It wasn't like an intentional, I didn't think about it. I just farted. And it turned out to be a little tiny turd.
Here I sit all brokenhearted, went to shit, but only farted. Nature gave me a second chance. I tried to fart and shit my pants.
That's 100%. That was a
little poem for you guys if you haven't heard it.
3 years ago, something like that.
Like that.
I've done that here at the house. I've had a good hard fucking sneeze and straight shit my pants.
Now I have so many times coughed and farted. Like my wife makes, dude, I cough and fart like almost on the daily. I'll be like, but I've never coughed and shit my pants or sneezed and shit my pants.
Whenever I have actually sharted or shit my pants, it was never, and this isn't a ongoing issue. I don't shit my pants all the time. Gregatures better not make a fucking gregature of me with fucking, racing stripes at the back.
Gregatures.com if you want some pretty cool caricatures of yourself.
To these guys. They know.
I'm just saying. Okay.
By the way, we're still waiting on the gregatures from the Ann episode. I still want his inspiration for that.
We'll get it for that.
Did you even tell him yet?
No, because we needed a discussion. It's a business meeting thing we need to have around the whole Gregatures thing and how we're absorbing that into the show. This is the reason why I haven't gone to him about that yet.
The last time to answer your question was probably about 6 months ago for me.
But it was a shart.
Which is still shit in your pants, though.
I guess. Okay.
I don't have these conversations with many other adults.
It's because most of your adults have good working prostates.
Have you talked to your doctor about this, Adam?
Yeah. You might need
one thing at a time.
You might need a proctologist.
Deviated septum, sleep issues, a few other issues I got going on.
Dude, if you stay asleep for 8 hours, how many times are you going to shit your pants? It might happen. All right. Wow, that was a long conversation.
I'm going to go into the next one.
Yes,
we got. I'll come back to it because I got to scroll up for it. I'm going to bring it way back down again. When was the last time you cried and why?
This is easy for me. Let's take your answer first. This is easy for me.
Oh my God, you guys are gonna make fun of me hard.
I doubt
Good, that's what we're here for.
This isn't a true.
I think I know yours, Josh,
truth.
and I think yours is gonna be the same vein as mine.
Yeah, it's gonna be cheesy.
I'm gonna get made fun
of. I think the last time I truly all out cried was when my second kid was born. When my son was born.
See, I knew you guys would have stories like this. Oh my God, I'm such a douche.
So I cried at both my daughter's births, as well as my son's birth 18 years ago. But bawling, crying because I was super emotionally upset about something is when I lost my beagle back in 2002 or 3.
What was your beagle's name?
Bailey.
Bailey. Yeah. Fucking loved Bailey.
Here's what I did.
One of my favorite dogs ever, in my life, even though it was your dog. Yeah. Fucking loved that dog.
I did something really weird, and I didn't intentionally do it this way. I didn't make this decision. My body just kind of made this decision for me. I was super upset, had to go put him down at the vets. It was very, very sad situation. If I had an extra $5,000 to pay for the surgery for him that he needed, I could have saved his life. Or potentially saved his life, according to the vet. We didn't have that kind of money back then, so I had no choice. I had to pay the $100 for the fucking green needle injection, and bye-bye Bailey.
Sorry, son, the dog was rabid. Had to put it down.
I was fine for a few days. My wife at the time was devastated, of course, but I was fine for a few days. I was emotional, but not, sad. Then I was fucking taking a shower, and it fucking hit me. It hit me so hard. I love this dog so much. I bawled in the shower, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I was super sad and super emotional about that. I lost it, but then that was it. That was my grieving, my over emotional grieving, but that was my grieving. I moved on, and there we go. My other tears have been tears of, love out of both of my daughters, births. Most recently, my youngest, my 1-year-old. So that's it for me.
Okay, well, my kids were born in the Bush administration, because I'm old. So obviously
First or second?
since then I've had tears.
Both.
Somebody put in the Discord, it's gonna be Ghostbusters, LOL. I will admit the end of Ghostbusters, little misty-eyed, but not really a cry. Oh my god, guys. My true last real cry. Had to leave the room. It was 2.5 years ago. And I said to my daughter, hey, ever seen E.T.? Want to watch it? And oh my god, I've seen that movie a bunch of times. And when the scene, Elliot, like when he was dying,
Yeah.
literally, I started truly on the couch, fucking bawling,
Oh.
and had to leave the room out of embarrassment so no one saw me. And then I went into the other room. I'm bawling, tears just coming down, and I'm laughing at the same time because I feel so idiotic about how much I'm crying over.
That's
fucking
not you, though. That's
this movie I've seen since, well, I don't know, 10 times since I was like 6 years old.
That's healthy. It's not. It's society telling
Yeah.
you what you're doing is wrong, and that's wrong. You crying over something that strikes you as emotional, that's fucking humanity.
Dude, it made me so emotional. But it's weird. I mean, I don't cry over much. You know, that I don't know, something about that movie at that time, it just struck me hard. Just the E.T. movie, man. I don't know, every time I see that scene, it gets me a little emotional, but that time for some reason it really got me hard. So
It gets you hard? Wait a minute. I'm confused.
not like that hard. It made me cry. So E.T.
How about-
2 years ago,
How
I cried.
about tearing up? Not necessarily bawling or crying. Tearing
Yeah.
up. I tear up.
The last Ghostbusters movie just a few weeks ago, absolutely towards the end. If you haven't seen the movie yet,
haven't seen it
and you're
yet.
a big fan of the first movie,
yeah.
absolutely, it'll get you emotional.
I'll tear up to a good, like,
Porno?
no. Yeah, because that's the best lube. No, I'll tear up to a good emotional video of like a father-daughter or a mother-son, mother-child or a father-child reunion from military service. I'll tear up on that a little bit. Or like an animal seeing
Yes.
an owner that they haven't seen for
I've
years.
seen some military people come back 9-10 months, couple tours, maybe longer.
Yeah.
And their dog sees them.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Dude, that does get you emotional. Absolutely. I think we
before I
all
was a
can
parent,
get-
I would have like, oh, that's cool, but man, it never hit me until I was a parent. And I
Somebody
figured it
said Marley and Me. I generally will try and stay away from movies that make me want to cry. There's some very
out.
sad movies out
I Am
there.
Legend, the dog scene. Oh,
Yeah, that's tough. There's some movies like where are some movies?
fucking Old Yeller.
My Life with Michael Keaton. If you haven't seen it, holy shit, you'll bawl your eyes out. I generally don't watch sad movies anymore. Terms of Endearment, another very sad movie. Awakenings towards the end. It's a movie with Robin Williams and Robert De Niro. Other sad movies that I've cried over the years. I think movies trigger me to cry more than anything in real life, which is, I don't know, maybe that's pathetic, maybe that's real, I don't know.
It's humanity.
Yeah. Good question, Josh.
All right. Let's see. What's another good one?
Mars
on
Needs
here?
Moms. That's a good movie too.
So, this is fun. When was the last time you flexed in the mirror?
Oh, God. Does it have to be the mirror? Can it be I just flexed?
I think mirror. Vanity of mirror.
Okay, I still tell the story last time I just flexed.
Go
ahead.
for it.
I don't think I
It's
have.
fine. It's
Am I
unrelated, but
is
like
it my turn already?
Sure,
okay.
go for it. Yeah.
Last time I flexed was before I injured my arm. I was like beefing up. I was working out.
All right, that's fair. Yeah.
Somebody sent me a meme because they were working out at the same time, and they were like, and it was a meme of Homer Simpson looking all buff in the mirror, and they said how I feel after one day of working out. So I was thinking about that meme, and then I went in the mirror and I just like flexed, and I shows like fucking muscles and shit like that. Last time I actually flexed. If anybody's ever seen the movie American Psycho, there's a scene where he's banging this chick from behind, and he fucking goes all like this. I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago, I was in the throes of passion with my wife in that same situation. And she couldn't see it, but I was fucking doing this, thinking about the movie. Is that how horrible or what?
No.
She never knew, but it just entertained me.
Awesome.
God damn it!
That's awesome.
Josh, I can't actually. I know
if you want to see it, go. Make sure you go on to
Careful over there. Don't fucking work injury. We don't need a fucking workers' compensation.
This way to the fucking gun show.
We have no insurance, Ron. So don't break your shit.
Like, if you guys want to see what I'm doing with flexing this fucking gun show right here, baby.
Ron, if you get hurt, I'm throwing your neighbor's lawn.
Pull that back out. That's
look,
pretty decent.
Hey, this actually.
Is that showing up?
Hey, guess what?
Camera?
3 months ago,
it's not showing up that good on camera. He's got some definition there.
I couldn't actually do this because my tendon was like in here, and I had the Popeye arm right there. Anyway, because of the
that's pretty good. Are you going to get back into working out after this?
Hell yeah, but I'm not allowed to do any more. I'm not allowed to do strengthening for like another month.
Yeah, it's rehab.
Yeah. Anyway.
Josh, mine. I can't actually remember the last time that I flexed in the mirror.
Did you flex your dick?
Well, I was going to make the joke about that. Like, are we talking waist up or waist down? But no, I don't remember. I know I've done it. I'm not saying that I've never done that. I just don't remember the last time I've actually done that. It's been years. Let's put it that way.
I'm kind of in the same boat.
Because I look at the mirror, I'm like,
I know. I got like a fat gut.
Yeah,
it's not attractive.
I don't know.
My wife builds up my self-esteem enough to where I don't care.
Yeah, I would say that I actually do it.
That was awesome, Adam.
You're the most in shape out of all of us in here. You have to do it, though.
But I was going to say probably fairly often, but not. And I mean, it's inherently vanity, but I do it not to be like, hey, look at that guy in the mirror, but I do it to be like, how am I doing? Like if I'm actually working out, like how is that going? Or if I'm not working out, how is that going?
I got a question for you, Josh.
Okay.
Adam, for you, I'll answer it as well. How many times in a day or a week do you make yourself laugh? And I'm going to connect this to what we're doing.
Can we go back to the cry question?
No. Oh. How many times do you make yourself laugh? Do you think of something funny or do something funny, no one around, literally to entertain yourself only, even for a moment? Do you ever do that, Josh? I don't actually envision you being the type of person to do that.
Well, so here's the thing. To fully answer your question, one, I don't. I very rarely laugh out loud in general. Not like what I think is termed like chortles. Like I laugh.
No, you don't. Like even on the show, I actually challenge myself. If I tell a joke and I see Josh actually like physically laughing, I say that fucking one killed.
But
because it's just not the type of person that does that very often.
It's not that I don't find like I do it. Like I
absolutely
I make myself like
Josh is a stand-up comics like challenge.
Absolutely.
Josh is that person in the audience. He's the one that'll sit there, not cross-armed, not obstinate, but you'll sit there unimpacted until something
get
really
a little
gets
grin
you,
from him most times, and once in a while get a real laugh.
That stand-up will be like, fucking got him.
Yeah, got him.
That's,
Yeah, I was just wondering because
in the
mirror flexing, unless you're like working out and you just truly want to see what it's looking like, that is an absolutely
comical
make yourself laugh move. I'm the kind of guy that will fucking make myself laugh. Just do something comical to entertain myself on a daily basis because I'm a goofball.
I don't ever do that.
Adam, never?
Zero.
But you're a comical goofball kind of guy too.
Maybe when I was younger, I
Adam,
guess,
do it, bro.
Not...
I'm telling you, entertain yourself. You'd be surprised how much joy you get out of it.
I mean, I believe you, and I'd want to say that that's something that I think I used to do, but right now, not once a week, not once a month. That's not something that I do. I don't even think about that.
About just entertaining yourself and making yourself laugh?
Nope. No.
I wonder, am I psycho for that? Like,
I need external stimulation.
Do I have deep psychological issues for doing that?
I don't think so. I think you're probably better adjusted than Adam and I are in that way.
I think so too.
It's interesting. Yeah, I definitely do that.
Or a serial killer. One of the others. One extreme.
But flexing in the mirror is absolutely one of those things because I'm not vain and don't think I have a sexy body. Therefore, it would only be for my own personal comical value.
I bet you think this song is about you.
Don't you? Yeah. Carly Simon.
Very
good.
All right, next question.
I love this show.
After you've dropped a piece of food, what's the longest time you've left it on the ground and then eaten it?
Depends on the food, I think.
Well, certainly. Which one's the longest?
I am Scotch. Has a lot to do with that. One time I was hammered as fuck in downtown Orlando.
You need more Scotch.
I do. Drunk off my ass. I ate fries that had been sitting there, could have been for a day, off the ground, like the top floor parking garage. That one time I ate fucking fries. That's how drunk I was. Recently, I know that I dropped something on the floor. I'm trying to remember what it was. And I think I left it there for like maybe 5-10 seconds. And I picked it up and put it in my mouth. I wasn't drunk or anything. Don't remember what it was or why I did that or where I was, but I just did it because I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I dropped it. I'm going to eat it because I want it. So definitely some extremes there for me.
I have little girls in the house, so food is constantly on my ground, on our floor up there. It stays pretty clean up there, partially because we have people that come to fucking clean the floors. So I trust our floors more than I would if I didn't have somebody else doing it because of our schedules. So I will go easily, if it depends on the food again, if it's something that can pick up, dirt or something like that easier, like a wet something, then just a couple of seconds. But if it's a fucking cracker or
a Cheerio,
let's put it this way: if the dog doesn't get it, it's still fair game. How about that?
That's fair.
I can't put a time on that, but if the dog doesn't get it, I'll eat it.
It's man versus dog.
Yes.
Who gets it first when it hits the ground? I like it. Josh, you have little kids?
When I put this one in here, I tried to find, like, what is the longest amount of time? So here is what I thought is the right answer. I have woken up hungover and eaten food, like crackers or cookies. It was cookies. I ate a cookie that was on the ground.
I fucking love you, Josh.
Because I woke up on the floor.
Love you.
And there were cookies nearby, also on the floor. So I don't really know how long they had been there.
Hey,
presumably,
Josh, were these
the night before
good cookies or just cookies?
No, the good cookies don't end up on the floor.
Okay. Roger that.
All right. Next question.
God, I love this show.
Would you rather be skinny and excessively hairy or fat and smooth? And by you know what I'm going to say? Skinny and excessively hairy or fat and like your hair grows in like you are presentable. I won't say smooth because nobody wants to be of a fucking nobody wants to be a cue ball
in Discord. I will justify this by saying one thing. I'm going to quote what's the radio host out of Orlando? Give me 1 second. His name is not Bubba Whip-Ass Wilson, but Bo Rhodes. So Bo Rhodes this goes back to like the late 90s, but Bo Rhodes said this very famously. If you're going to be fat, you got to be tan. A tan fat guy is acceptable. A pasty-ass white fat guy is not acceptable to have the shirt off type situation. So I would go smooth and fat in that scenario. But tan.
So can I just if I'm skinny, can I just shave myself?
Yeah, but it grows back the next day.
Oh, it grows back the next day?
It's like Tim Allen in the Santa Claus.
I guess be fat and smooth.
I think fat and smooth would be more desirable.
I trim everything. Chest, the whole deal.
Do you use your Manscaped product to trim it all?
I do.
Nice.
Absolutely.
It's got the fucking torch on it.
So, yeah, I guess I'd rather be a little chubby. I think, like, for a man, hairy's not always attractive.
But neither is being fat. I mean, it really depends on your audience.
But I think a lot of girls just don't mind the chubbiness.
So I love Ron because you can tell the drunker he gets, the more his head moves and the more his words are exaggerated.
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
Are you drunk?
I don't think Twisted Council understands. I have so much truth serum in me. You could fucking ask me anything right now.
I could fuck
You've
and
got
ask
maybe
you?
5 minutes to get your questions in. I'm just saying, I know Josh has other questions, but...
What about you, Ron? Or Ron, what about you, Josh? Which one were you? Were you fat and smooth or skinny and hairy?
I think I would rather...
Josh is fairly skinny to begin with.
This is true. I think I would rather be fat and smooth.
Fat and smooth as well. All right, we're 3 fat and smooth guys.
Hey, somebody asked earlier in there, when was the last time we got caught beating off? Somebody asked in the Twisted Council Discord.
I've never been caught.
I've never been caught.
Well, according to Carnage, you're both lying pieces of shit.
I swear to you. Hey, okay.
I've never been caught.
Step 1, beat off all the time. Therefore, okay, telling you, beat off. Chronic beater offer.
CBO.
Been absolutely lucky, never been caught. Been caught having sex, but never been caught beating off. And it's not because I don't beat off. So I'm not lying.
You know what? I take that back. I was caught.
Just never been caught. I've been super lucky.
I was caught by my first wife.
It's going to happen one day.
I was caught by my first wife. I take that back.
Never been caught. Been lucky.
She didn't like see my dick out, but she knew what I was doing.
Okay, that's
She walked in on me in my office.
Josh, ever been caught or chafing the carrot?
I have
flogging the dolphin.
I have been caught.
Chafing the carrot?
Yeah.
That's a new one by me, too.
It is, too, yeah.
I have been caught, and it was with my ex. And
Office at home,
she helped.
What? She finished it for you?
She's like, I'm so sorry. I wasn't helping you out here, Josh.
It was by your ex-wife?
That's not how it would probably go for me and Adam.
Good credit on her side.
That's what I'm saying. And because the thing is the way that sexuality lived.
Plug bell for Margaret.
No.
That's fine.
Oh, my bad. Plug bell for ex-wife?
So, right.
Did we get uncomfortable?
So, the thing is that in that relationship, we didn't treat it as like a taboo behind, like, oh, don't talk. Like, just like I know she did. She knew that I did. So, like, it wasn't like it didn't come like a position of like shame or inadequacy. It was just like a thing. I don't know. It just. But we were also super young and super sexually active.
Yeah, roger that.
So it was. But yeah, so I mean that's some nonsense like porn shit that doesn't happen in real life, but it did happen to me.
Good for you, man.
Love it.
Like you're the pizza guy that showed up and got a blowjob. That's what you are, Josh.
Man, the coolest thing that ever happened to me while delivering pizza.
Oh shit, you deliver pizza? I used to too. Papa John's.
And it was actually down here, or down where we live, and I went to a house like compound deep in Palm Bay, like super deep South Palm Bay.
Like when he says compound, he literally means the compound.
There's a place like referred to as compound.
It's all closed off now because people are out there like killing themselves, drag racing and shit.
But it was
fuck yeah, legend Josh.
Yeah,
fuck, now I want a pizza and a blowjob.
So it's
that's Discord chiming in.
But I showed up at a house to deliver pizza, and I can only imagine it was a bunch of strippers. But opens the door and there's just a bunch of topless women running around in their underwear.
Excellent.
They didn't like invite me in or anything, but I was like, here I am, 18. Here you go, or I guess 17, whatever. Here you go. Open the door. Thanks. It'll be this much. And I'm just looking behind this guy, like, oh my god, is this really happening? Whatever. He gave me a laugh and a fat tip and closed the door. But
Ron may remember this. Do you remember back in my bachelor apartment in Cape Canaveral, the Pinks? Do you remember? God, I don't remember his name at this point. But we had this pizza guy that we would call Domino's, and you've talked about him before. Yes, we would request him every time. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, please send over Esteban or whatever his name was.
Yep,
and he was always the same. He would always show up to our place, and they knew when he would show up, he would get a good tip. And we'd always order like 7 fucking pizzas. It was always a huge order.
Dude, you knew how to order pizzas back in the day.
But this guy would come in, and his requirement to receive payment would be to do like 6 shots off of girls in my apartment. That was his.
Yeah.
He would have to come in the apartment and do shots like off of belly buttons. And
listen, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand how to party till you party at at Adam's place in the Pinks.
Too. Josh is the new Pinks.
See, I never got to party back in the day with Josh, but Adam, man, partying with Adam, God, that guy was fucking just Mac Daddy.
I miss that guy.
I miss those days sometimes.
You were so fucking drunk.
I'm hammered.
He's going to spend the night at your house, Josh.
No, I don't, because he's dropping me off.
No,
he's driving. Are you kidding me?
That
is why I'm drinking. Josh is driving. I'm going to be in the car rambling fucking dumb nonsense to Josh for 45 minutes. He's going to be like, God, I can't wait to get to Palm Bay and drop this fucker off.
It's always funny when you have one drunk guy and one completely sober guy in a car. It's amazing conversation.
I'm going to try so hard to not bore you to death. I really am.
He'll either do that or he'll sleep. One or the other.
I won't sleep. I'll just ramble nonsensical.
Okay.
I am really drunk.
All right. I have one last question for you guys.
All
right.
This is the hardest question so far. And this is the most uncomfortable question on the list. I saved it for the end.
Oh, boy.
Finger in the ass, yes or no, ladies and gentlemen?
There was one question worse than this that I took off. I decided it was too much.
Oh, you got to ask it now, though.
No, I have to know.
I won't do that to you guys. You don't have to answer. I'll tell you what the question was, but you don't have to answer.
But this question we have to answer.
This one you have to answer. Let's see. Where is it?
Build up is fucking amazing.
I scrolled. Okay. Who in this room would be the worst person to date and why? And I'll go first because I've had time to think about it.
Josh. Oh, God.
So
it's going to be me.
This is from me. This is who I would choose. And I think
can't be yourself, right? Can't be yourself scenario.
Could be if you wanted, but it's kind of a pussy way out.
I think out of you two, I would not be able to hold a relationship with Adam.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't think so.
Really?
We're
Why?
Adam and I are both very. I'm going to use the term like alpha traits, and I know that sounds like so silly and ridiculous,
it's
but
honest,
but like that sort of like type A personality. That's right. We're both type A people, and that we would just
butt heads.
We'd butt heads.
I'd be the top, though. You understand that?
That's
power bottom, baby. Josh, because dad eyes.
That's a good point. I have very expressive and judgy eyes. I'm sure my wife fucking hates it when I'm in a bad mood.
Adam, between
you
me
want me
and
to
Josh.
go next?
Yeah, between me and Josh. It's the worst to date.
Who would be harder to date is the question.
Yeah.
And why? The and why is the real kicker.
I honestly think, and this isn't a retort, Josh. This isn't a because situation. But I think you would be harder to date than Ron. All right? Ron, in my opinion, Ron has a personality that is very positively driven for response, for the it's hard to say when you've had a few scotches. I am Scotch. The reward mechanism in Ron's head works differently than you. So if I was dating Ron and I did something right, I think the reward categories in his head would respond to me and build up my self-esteem better than it would with you. You strike me, and this is not something that we haven't talked about before, you are a more, on appearance level, judgmental person. So you would not focus on the positive as much as you would focus on the criticism to correct or get the satisfaction that you want.
That makes sense.
All right. So Ron, I think Ron is an easy pleaser. I think if I was dating Ron, I think he's easy to please.
I can see that. And I really, what you were saying about me, I totally agree with, because I am very critical.
Yeah.
I hold people around me to like,
high standard.
Excessively high standards.
Yeah,
to a point, it has been contentious in my life. So I totally agree with that.
Okay. Well, there you go. All right, Ron, you're up, buddy.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm thinking. Hey, baby, what's up? Josh just blew kisses at me.
Oh. Yeah. Remember,
it's weird.
You gotta be nice. You can't blow me in the car on the way home.
Fuck.
He is
totally Adam then. No, I was kidding. It's close. Here's the thing. I'm 45 right now, so I have to think of this from a 45-year-old. The organizational, the got his shit together piece of Josh for now me as a 45-year-old in my life would just be better for me in a relationship.
Yes! Got one.
Than Adam.
Lackadaisical about
but
reality.
Bro, if you put me into 25, 30 years old, fuck you, Adam, all day. Fuck you, Josh, and your dad eyes. Gotta be with Adam. Party time, fun time. But right now, as a 45-year-old, I need Josh's organizational skills. I need his structure.
Yeah, you need the structure. Yeah, that's fair.
And I'll fucking give the BJs to get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it out there. Tough answer. But because Adam
Well,
feels like the more...
I think all three of us are mature enough to understand that
Adam's the more fun guy, no doubt, in that opinion, in the relationship standard.
Oh, I got the more fun guy.
Yeah.
Ooh, burn.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But Josh and the structure and a
I got it
relationship.
together, though.
We're talking about
You
a
do.
relationship
You got it
here.
together.
We're not talking about a one-night stand. One-night stand, I'm going with Adam.
Fuck yeah.
But relationship, I got to go with Josh.
Nice.
Hit it and quit it,
I win.
Adam.
I win.
Marry
Okay.
Josh.
I have a question for you guys real quick.
Okay.
Uncomfortable truth.
Ooh.
I have always been, for years and years and years, until very recently, extremely, completely grossed out by...
Dick.
Yes.
Oh,
By
really?
two men kissing.
Really?
Or two men's sex scenes in a movie or a show, until all of a sudden, very recently, I have become desensitized to it. A lot of shows, like, Netflix is all about that shit lately.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen so many shows of men kissing, men making out, men having sex.
How about not just shows? How about seeing friends that are that way?
That I don't really have any friends that are that way in front of me.
You have no gay guy friends that
I have gay guy friends, but I don't see that part of their life. Like, I'm not physically seeing them make out or kiss or whatever.
I think seeing...
I've become truly desensitized to it, and it doesn't like freak me out or gross me out anymore. What about you guys? Like, were you already desensitized to that? That maybe it never bothered you to begin with?
I have never once had an issue with...
It used to really bother
sex-
me, and now I'm very desensitized to it.
Either sexes to me, making out or...
Hey, by the way, earlier somebody said in there, Ron absolutely puts out. So super uncomfortable truth. Super.
Well, you asked us a question. You want us to answer
Hold on
your
real
question?
quick, but
All
I just
right.
want to answer
No,
that.
the answer is no.
Because drunk
You've
Ron...
never had a problem with that.
Yeah, I'm going to let you guys
I've
answer.
kissed
I'm
a
sorry.
dude,
Then I'll
so
I'll
no.
answer the question in Discord.
Say that again?
I've kissed a dude.
I've
so
kissed a dude
no.
too. Not emotionally like I was...
kissed a guy and I liked it.
I've kissed men too, but I've never been to the point where was kissing them other than for something like... Not a dare. I don't want to say it's a dare, but for something like a... loving, like love you kind of man situation. I've never been sexually attracted to a man to kiss him for sexual gratification. Not that I have a problem with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I know,
Total
that's
total
horrible.
Seinfeld episode right
It's a
there.
horrible catch, but yeah, that's...
We don't have to
So
throw...
you've kissed a guy, Josh, in a sexual way, or just to see like, hey, what the fuck's up? You were drunk, you were whatever.
I was sober. And I mean, it's just... I mean, I'm going to call it like experimenting, I guess. And
Sure.
I just...
Okay, fair.
I was like, oh, that was... I didn't like that as much as kissing girls. I'm not gay.
Roger that. Adam, your experience with kissing a man?
It was never... I never have questioned... Not to say that questioning a test,
Yeah.
like...
You never
testing my
wondered if you
sexual-
were gay or not.
I never wondered. I always knew I was straight as a fucking arrow. I completely
Yeah.
understand that.
You like girls?
But I am not afraid of showing my affection towards another man with a kiss on the lips. I've never had a problem. I'll kiss you right now, Ron.
I've never kissed a guy.
Really? You want to do it?
No.
Discord, you want to see me kiss Ron? Come on.
No.
Come on, let me know. throw it in there. I will straight kiss Ron. I won't tongue you because that's a little weird, but I will straight kiss Ron. Fluff. Of course, Fluff said yes. You want to kiss?
No. But, however,
Is it
I
making
will
you
say...
uncomfortable? I don't mean to make
No,
you
it's not making me uncomfortable.
Why don't you
But
try it? Come on, let's try
only
it.
recently, not on camera on the podcast.
Why
sorry.
not?
I just don't want to do it.
Let's do it.
But no,
You brought the question up.
I did.
Let's just try.
So that was a great after show for the night. No, I would just say that.
He knows that I'm dead serious about
Yeah,
it, too.
I know you
I have
are.
no problem
That's the thing
doing
that's
it.
freaking me out. But
I love you enough to show you my affection
on
by kissing you
camera
on the lips.
is a hard jump. LOL. Yeah, first time kissing on camera. I agree.
All right, so let's do it over there in the corner.
Wait, but
God, that sounds horrible.
Somebody asked, or somebody put in there, Ron gives it up without question, or Ron puts out without question, no doubt. Actually, and I want to say this, and I'm being super honest here, in my older age...
I don't know what this is. What podcast did I tune into? Sorry.
In my older... You tuned into Ron and Adam on Scotch, motherfuckers.
Yes.
And Josh emceeing this shit. Enjoying the chaos. So,
Scotch.
in my older age, unlike Adam, who is still a sexual tyrannosaurus, I have become very, or just extremely unsexual compared to where I was, to a point like I have to fucking like, I gotta make that shit happen. It's been a complete role of reversal in my marriage, actually, and it's been tough. It's actually been tough. It's been hard, or hasn't been as hard. And it's not an erection issue. It's just been a desire and motivation issue that I'm still working hard.
That's your testosterone.
You through.
You should look at the testosterone supplements.
Yeah, maybe it's a testosterone thing.
You might have low T, brother.
Yeah,
you might be low T.
But at my age, it's been a bit of an issue.
That's about the age that your testosterone starts to drop off. Anyway,
I think so. Because but I have other friends who are exactly my age. You're a little younger than me, Adam.
They legitimately
exactly my age, and they haven't had that issue. So I feel a little odd about that. Like, why is my sex drive?
They legitimately have cream you can like rub on not your balls or anything, but just like on your arm that would increase your testosterone. It's unbelievable. Your sex drive fucking skyrockets.
I need that. I actually need that, sadly. But
Look into it. Look into testosterone treatment. I'm dead serious about that.
I need that. Damn, I'm drunk.
Yes.
Do you think I'm drunk, Josh?
Yes.
All right. God, I'm so sorry for the drive home, brother.
I'm not.
You're right. We should record the drive home.
You throw up in my car, you walk.
No, I'm not.
That's the rule.
I'm not in a throw up in your car mode.
That's good, because I'll leave you on the highway.
Fucking, would you for real?
All right, let's see.
I'd get off the highway first.
And then leave me?
Maybe.
God, my wife would be kind of pissed at you. But T said kisses for Ron. Does that mean T wants to kiss me?
I'm gonna leave you guys with the question that I did not want to ask because it was too much.
Do you like a finger in the ass?
Who, if you had to, who would you cut from the showcast? So, anyways, that was Uncomfortable Truths. That was my fun questionnaire. Learn a little bit about you guys. Pull some good stories out of your backstory.
If you had to. President Googs,
I'm sorry. We can't leave that question out there and not answer it.
But he's not cast.
No, he isn't cast.
He's not cast.
And actually, he's super important to the show now.
Fucking Ron brings the comedy. Josh brings the structure. I know where this is fucking going.
No,
I see where it's going.
I disagree.
I know.
Dude, I have to be honest.
You guys just going to run out my basement?
I could pick somebody. I could pick somebody to cut from the show. But the show simply, no matter who I cut, just simply wouldn't be as good. It would probably die.
No.
Period. In a story.
This format would not work with two people.
It wouldn't work.
Regardless.
And it wouldn't work without
our council,
us three.
Our elders checking in. Googs, he's new.
Googs, he's new. Throw his ass under the bus.
If it had to be one of the co-hosts, let's fucking answer, Josh. I'm all right with that. If it had to be one of the hosts, and this can we not include ourselves in this? I know that's an easy way out. I would legitimately, out of the three of us, I would cut myself. Because Ron brings the amazing comedy of the show.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
You bring the amazing structure that has helped the grow show. The show grow over the last year since you kind of took over the management of the show. So you're the business. He's the comedy. I am just a fucking voice. I'm the MC. That you can replace an MC easily.
Well, if you're going to give credit to my outside efforts, you edit and publish the show. So,
but now with this fucking roadcaster, thanks to one of our fucking council members, Claytor, it's so fucking easy to do.
Claytor.
It's literally
You've made
takes
the
me
answer
like
clear.
Now that Claytor provided us with the roadcaster, I say we cut Claytor.
Wait a minute. So the roadcaster is replacing my job. They took our jobs.
Yeah, they took our jobs.
I would say me. I would honestly say me. You cannot replace Ron's comedy, and I'm so glad that he's part of the show because his comedy is so good.
But you're so smooth on mic, bro.
Yeah. So I got a voice for radio?
No,
People
it's
don't
not
listen
just
to
the
us for a voice.
You're smooth on mic. You're the host of the show. You're the first voice. Every show people listen in, we hear Adam first. But if we heard Josh or Ron, it would be weird.
But people don't listen to the show because Adam speaks first. They listen to the show because of the exchange of chemistry that the three of us have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I could say
you cut me, or you get twice as many listeners.
I could say any name. You know what I mean? I could say any name, but the show just wouldn't be the same.
But that's not the question.
You have to cut somebody.
I don't know.
Ron.
God. That's tough. You haven't actually answered the question.
I did. I would cut myself.
You cut yourself.
If I had to choose between you two,
so I'm
I would.
get cocky.
But hang on. If I had to choose between you two, I would cut Josh, and only because Ron has been part of the podcast group of ours for so long. It's just out of seniority. Nothing.
Yeah,
else.
But Josh has been part of Twisted 10 longer.
a good point. I didn't think about that.
He has. He's been more about Twisted 10. I had nothing to do with Twisted 10 besides I came on for the 6th episode to do the one episode I did until we started, what? Was it episode 86? I know we don't number them.
This is one of our first after shows that have gone over an hour.
That's true. 85 was the reboot, by the way.
Oh, okay. 85 when I came on for the reboot.
All right, who would you choose, Ron?
Is it, okay, question. Is it purely on air when we're recording? Is it overall?
Does that make the question easier to answer?
I don't understand.
No, yeah, it makes me be able to answer more accurately.
Sure. I would cut Jay Alvarez.
Okay, so if it's overall everything, I cut Adam over Josh. Only because Josh keeps our shit together.
Structure. I 100% agree.
Josh keeps our structure. Like I'm a Scotch. I'm a too much Scotch. I'm better at this.
All right, you ready?
And I work harder at this show because Josh keeps me more on task.
You ready for this?
Yes.
Josh.
Ron.
Oh, damn!
I've had time to think about it. though.
Oh, I guess that's a good point.
Can I hear your answer? Why?
That's a good point, yeah. But,
yes, I'm so glad somebody picked me.
Okay.
It was so easy till then.
You don't want to be picked for this competition, though.
I don't need to repeat your caveats. The show would be lesser for any of us leaving.
Absolutely.
But I've thought about it because Ron.
I think he's been thinking about how to replace me. That's what he thought about.
the Adam's voice and direction of the show on air is integral to Twisted 10.
Oh.
Fuck you, Joe. Sure, fuck you, Adam.
And Ron, you're hilarious. As the comic relief on the show,
but Josh doesn't know anything about comedy.
I think out of
You're the red shirt. You're the red shirt on the show.
I am. Sorry, go ahead, Josh. We interrupted.
He's being serious. He got mad. Did he give us dad eyes?
No, he didn't.
No,
he just let us be idiots who are drunk for a moment. Go ahead, Josh.
But I just think out of the two of you, replacing comedy would be the easier task over.
Good luck replacing this fucking shit right here, baby. Just kidding.
But that's
no, you're right.
Replacing, if I had to replace the pacing and cadence of the show, the carry of the show, the way it's like the way it is built around you, Adam, is like the main host who runs the show. I think that would be harder to replace than comedy.
I think we've all answered each
other's hold on one second. Oh, yeah. Welcome to another episode of The Twisted 10. See? I fucking got this, bro.
I knew it.
You're fucked, Adam.
I'm fucked.
I got you. No, Josh, that's a super fair answer because you can find a fuck ton of funny guys that just say stupid shit to commenting on other people's shit. But really, what else do I provide? I do provide some kick-ass lists.
You've provided some of the best lists we've ever had. Yeah,
I do provide some kick-ass lists, so you'd have to replace that as well. It's a consideration, but if you could replace that, absolutely, you could replace that with a bunch of guys.
We would never have had Ann if we didn't have Ron.
Yeah, no, yeah, but Ann has brought no
recent
value
content
overall to the show.
We would cut Ann.
Yeah, fuck Ann. We're gone. She's gone.
Ron said that. That was Ron.
Yeah. Just Ann. Sorry, Ron's done.
All right, council members, council elders, thank you very much. We got to wrap up this fucking marathon episode, an hour and 7 minutes.
Wow.
We Claytor, Carnage, and a couple of you folks that are in there, especially Fluff. I've got some stories to tell in the next after show about some of our scum gaming, but this episode was fucking a ton of fun.
He started the music way early.
We did. Well, that's the after show. So
that's what happens when drunk people hold the control.
100% right. Let's get out of here. I know Josh is ready to take this drunk ass Ron home, so let's get the show on the road. We're gonna fight about this episode for weeks to come. Who would cut who. Fuck you, show. Josh. You're gonna cut me. Fuck you, Ron. You're gonna cut me. I know.
Josh, best after show ever.
I think so too.
Thank you.
I think so too.
Guys.
This is a great topic.
This was fun.
Twisted Council, Twisted Elders and members, thank you guys very much for your patronage. We do appreciate you. We cannot do this shit without you, so thank you very, very much. On behalf of the after show, I'm Adam.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Ron for now.
I'm a Scotch.
I'm a Scotch.
We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Can't do the show without me.
hope you guys enjoyed that after show. So our council members and our council elders, also known as our Patreon subscribers, receive those episodes once a week when we release them. We've got about 50 or so of them out there. Josh has added it up. I think it's like 40 hours of additional content at this point. Those shows are not on the same structure and same rails that a regular episode of the Twisted 10 is. So as you can tell, it's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more laid back. It's just us kind of, shooting the shit in the studio and hanging out. If you're interested in becoming a show supporter or a council member, please head on over to patreon.com/twisted10. You can see the two different tiers that we have, technically 3 if you're interested in show sponsorship. But you can see the 2 different main tiers we have for council elder and council member. Both of those tiers get you the access to all of that after show content. And I would be remiss to at least recognize, in our after shows, we don't ever really give plugs or promotions for anything because that's our paid content. However, this is going out on our regular stream, so I am going to mention our sponsor. We're honored to continue to do work with Manscaped. So if you're interested in any men's grooming products, head over to manscaped.com. And at your checkout, use the promo code TWISTED10. All one word, all caps, no numbers. That gets you 20% off your entire purchase and free worldwide shipping. Thanks again to Truphonic for the tasty jams. Josh coined that, and I love it. And we will see you guys in 2022 with a brand new show and a brand new setup for how we're going to do things in the future. Maybe. All right. We'll see you guys next year.